Hello there, good morning, beautiful people. A few years back, I had the privilege to meet a guy called Dr. Len, who practices the ancient art of Ho'oponopono. A mouthful. It's an Hawaiian technique, you could say, to heal. And I'd heard of Dr. Len because people said that he was able, or he had actually healed a whole psychiatric ward of the state hospital in Hawaii. And that psychiatric ward had been so bad that family members didn't come to meet their family members who were sick, and the doctors walked against the wall when they went through the halls because they were afraid to be attacked. And the isolation cells were always full, so it was like really a bad situation. So then they asked Dr. Len to help, and Dr. Len is not a doctor, not a proper doctor, but another kind of doctor. And what he did was he tuned in to the, let's say, the frequencies of the pain that people were in. He never saw a patient, but he just opened his heart to the pain that people were in. And he said, "I'm so sorry for the pain you are suffering right now. Let me, give it to me. Thank you, for trusting me in this. And I forgive it, And forgiveness for him is giving it away. He said, I just give it to God. And everything that you give to God, it's like it's being reset. God is the reset button of the universe. And everything gets back into the, when it comes from the factory setting. So it's cancelled. All the debt, all the pain is cancelled. And the amazing thing is that after a while, I forgot how long, probably a year or longer, of tuning in to the pain of these patients, the whole psychiatric ward was stopped because there were more doctors than patients. So people had actually healed because, as Dr. Len said, he had taken responsibility for the pain that most people just keep on pushing away, and it just gets more and more and more. So when I heard that Dr. Len came to Amsterdam, I just had to meet him. And I called him up, and he was in his hotel, but he didn't want to talk to me because he said, I don't have time. There's so much going on in your city, so much bad vibes, the drug cartels, prostitution. He could even feel the slavery that the whole city was built on, the stress of everyday living. And he said, I'm the cosmic garbage man. I have to take responsibility. That's my job, to, be open to these vibrations, to help people, to clean up the stuff that you guys are not taking responsibility for. But I just kept on asking, please, just an hour, you're such an interesting guy. I just have to meet you, So anyway, he gave in after a little while. And so we sat opposite each other in the hotel lobby of the American Hotel on the Leidseplein, right in the center of town. And he looked at me and he said, do you have a backache? And at that moment I did. And I said, yeah. And he said, look, because you're not taking responsibility for that, I have to clean it up now. And so I closed my eyes and I just felt the pain being relieved from my back. And I asked him, how do you do that? And he said, I just take responsibility. I feel it. And I welcome it into my system so that I have that pain. And then I heal it inside of myself by not taking it personal, not making a big issue out of it, but just being available to whatever there is. And, giving it back to God, to the reset button of the universe. And so we had a very interesting talk, and when he went away, or when I went away actually, we walked together outside to my bike, and I asked him, why do you wear a baseball cap? And he said, it keeps me humble, just a very normal guy. And I asked him, has there ever been a day gone by that you did not judge anyone, that there was no opinion, no judgment? He said, no, I've never had that. I try. And he said, I promised myself a really, really big ice cream if I could go through a day without any judgment. And up until today, I've never had that ice cream. So when I was driving home, I was really under the impression of this man. I thought, wow, what an amazing guy. I mean, this really is a healer. And then I suddenly thought of Jesus, the stories of Jesus being able to heal people, even to wake them from the dead, and I always thought those were myths. But then I thought maybe Jesus had also discovered the reset button of the universe many, many years back, 2,000 years ago. Because Jesus, just like Dr. Len, he didn't sit on a mountain in India to be holy. No, he was just amongst the people, even going to situations where there was a lot of suffering. And he, like Dr. Len, opened his heart, to these vibrations. And he also gave it to the Father, as he called the reset button. Father, forgive them, because they don't know what they're doing. And so maybe Jesus had, discovered this technique. So I think actually we can all do this, because if Jesus could do it, if Dr. Len can do it, then we can do it. And it really is just a matter of being open to the vibrations or the frequencies, just whatever you feel, whatever there is alive. Don't judge it. Open your heart. Embrace it. Really take it in. Take responsibility for that. Don't take it personal. Don't make a story out of it. Bring it into your heart and then just give it away to the reset button of the universe, to God or love or source, however you like to call it, him, her. So good luck with that. I wish you a beautiful day. This is Time from Amsterdam. Loving you very much and thanking you for being here and thanking you for taking responsibility.